Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, we are going to make a better version of the batter than we used in the Smart Planet corn dog maker video from a couple weeks ago. But before we do that, if you enjoy low-carb cooking videos, product and ingredient reviews, as well as lessons learned from my experiences with the ketogenic lifestyle and intermittent fasting, click that subscribe button down there. And while you're at it, click the bell next to it so you're notified whenever I release a new video. So a couple weeks ago, I did a review of the Smart Planet corn dog maker and Good D's cornbread mix, and I'll link to that right up here. I wasn't thrilled with how the Good D's turned out, wasn't real thrilled with the price either, so I took a stab at making my own corn dog batter on the fly, and it was decent, but I've done a little bit of experimenting and feel that I've come up with something better. Now, a couple things just to get out of the way right away because I know I'll get a comment on them. First, this is for corn dog batter. This is not a cornbread mixture. So if you're gonna ask, did you try so-and-so's cornbread? Did you watch the cornbread showdown video? Yeah, watched them, tried probably 3 of the more popular cornbread recipes, and I wasn't super duper happy with how they turned out. I don't know if it was the recipe or if it was me, but I'm a little burnt out on cornbread right now. So don't be asking for a cornbread recipe. Go check out somebody else's video. Maybe at some point I'll get around to that. But right now, we're doing corn dogs. For this recipe, we're going to start using my new go-to process for smooth batter chaffles, which is to use a mini Cuisinart and process my dry ingredients first. So we'll start with 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of Birch Bender's Keto. Then we'll add a 1/2 cup of shredded mozzarella, 2 teaspoons of coconut flour, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. We'll then process this until it has the consistency of breadcrumbs. As you can see, our mozzarella now is all ground up with our dry ingredients. To this, we'll add 2 large eggs, 40 drops of 1-on-1 Flavors cornbread flavoring, which is a little less than a 1/2 teaspoon, and finally, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar-free honey. I'll link to all of these ingredients below in the description. Process for about 10 seconds or so, or until the batter is smooth. Next, a little trick that you'll be seeing in a lot of the videos where I use the corn dog maker. Take a sandwich bag, stuff it into a cup, coffee mug, glass of your choice. Then transfer your batter to the bag. Seal the bag, squeezing out as much air as you can. Then we'll cut off a corner and then set this aside while we get our corn dog maker ready. While the corn dogger preheats, we'll dry off 3 hot dogs so that the batter sticks to them better. Then cut them in half. We're going to try and do this one from my point of view, just so you can see the piping bag method. Squeeze the batter into each cavity, somewhere between a 1/2 and 2/3 full. Be careful not to touch the bag to any of the hot parts of the corn dog maker. You don't want that melting. Then we'll put in our dogs, press them down so the batter comes up about halfway around each dog. Then we'll run another bead of batter on top of each one. Don't worry if you're not perfect, because as the batter expands, it'll wrap around the dog nicely. And close the lid. All right, it has been just over 6 minutes. Things are no longer steaming. Let's remove them to a cooling rack. And you can see, using that piping bag method, clean as a whistle. So you may have noticed I didn't put any sort of stick in these. To me, it's just sort of a waste. It's a waste of time. It's one more thing you need to buy, so I just eat them straight up. little dab of yellow mustard. Yeah, that tastes like a corn dog to me. So if you had tried my makeshift recipe in the corn dogger review, this is an upgrade. Definitely go with this. If you were waiting for me to come up with a decent batter before you made a purchase, again, I think this is going to scratch your itch for corn dogs. Is it perfect? Does it taste just like one of those crappy corn dogs you get at the fair? No, but oftentimes close is good enough for keto, and this is darn close. So if I get back into trying out some of the different cornbread recipes and come up with a better corn dog batter, I will definitely post a video. But in the meantime, thanks for watching.